Welcome to the Minnesota's Rust Machine Shop, where we only do the most precision manufacturing. So we have our lathe right here. We have our PVC pipe adapter, otherwise known as a bushing, that needs to be bored out very slightly, about less than a 1/16 over. So the first part of it is the correct size, so you put it on your lathe, and you turn your motor on, and you slowly spin it over, and you get nice, clean shavings. You keep on going until it pokes all the way out through the other end. You only oval it very slightly when you put the vice grip on it. So we're almost all the way through. You see how we have the whole end poking out now? So then you pull it as you twist it off. So you just turn your motor back the other way. So now you have a clean bored out piece, and and then you can do away with all your shavings later. So that's how you do the Minnesota Rust Machine Shop. Okay, and you can hear our spindle resurfacing going on in the background. Resurfacing. And we have our axle rust repair with pretty horrific welds on it, actually. Those didn't come out very good. Okay, I might have to fix those. Minnesota's rust doesn't really matter right now. We would have been fine without that, probably. Oh. Here's our first attempt at milling it out, which worked well. We just kind of spun it around a little bit. That's fine. We have to cut the tops of these off later, after we resurface the spindles. Minnesota is rust. We're back. So, our machine shop paid off, and we have new bushings that are not perfect, but they're better, and such. So that was a lot of filing. So those are good enough for now. I'd like to lower this, but I don't think we're gonna do that. It'll make it a lot better, but we don't really need that right now. We're trying to figure out the wheels. Our bushings that we got for that are too big to fit in the wheels, but the perfect size to fit on the spindles. So that's annoying. So yeah, hopefully our sprocket stuff comes tomorrow. We can work on that and that. So, got some of this mucked up a little bit. Seats in, sitting in a little kitty wampus because the tire is kind of low. Yeah, it doesn't really have very much rebound. It's just kind of stiff. We gotta put some air in that one. We kind of figured out the front end somewhat, I guess. And then this is just kind of all mucked up in here. This is just sitting. So we'll see how everything works out. Hopefully tomorrow our chain and sprocket and such will come in. So we'll be able to use some of these idlers and such for this, and that hopefully should all work nice. This is definitely in here really tight right now. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. So we're back. This is Rust at YouTube.com. Amen. Like, share, subscribe. I'm fired up right now, so because I'm fired up, you should subscribe. We got our sprocket. It's shiny Minnesaurus. That's okay. We got big tires. So finally got the sprocket, so now we can try to locate our engine and whatever kind of tensioner and stuff we need, along with our idlers that are not very cheap. But when we start adding up the whole price tag for everything here, it's actually going to be quite cheap. Because free, I spent only 20 bucks on that because I had gift cards. 80 bucks for the torque converter. I think it was 30 something, or I spent about half for that. Dad bought the other half, so we'll count that. But it should add up pretty cheap. It should work amazingly. And then just yesterday, we got some work projects, as you see in the back of the truck, and the little go-kart over there. They're good. G-U-D. Good. So now, we're going to work on this thing some more, because we have a sprocket. So we're going to need to take this all apart out of there and put the sprocket on. Miss those wrists. So we are back. We have our sprocket installed. Don't worry, we only had to drill the holes out 2 sizes to get the bolts to fit in correctly. That's not a big deal. We got our sprocket came with some master links. These 2, and then these came with 4. The sprocket came with 4 or 5 of them, which is really weird. So this is a 40 sprocket and a 40 chain. It's a 60 tooth. So it's a big sprocket. She's a big one. It's all there, but holes were really close and such. Probably can make it worth just going one size bigger, but like we'd have maybe just root them out just a tiny bit. It's just easier just to go one whole size bigger, so it's a nice circle. Whatever, so no big deal. Probably have to adjust them on here just a little bit and clock it. Right now it doesn't matter that much because it's not going to be spinning very much. So yeah, so we're gonna take our chain back off and we're gonna flip it over and start doing things that you do with the chain. Okay. So what we've done today so far is we have taken our axle out, put our sprocket in after we drilled the holes out some. So you know that's don't do that unless you are a professional and for safety stuff. Good penetration and a little spot. It's fine there. Okay, it's fine. It's definitely not coming out. Plenty of clearance on the axles and stuff, as you saw. There's a big sprocket. It's like 9.5 inches in diameter or something. So we have a tensioner and stuff with our spring for that tensioner right here, and some master links and other parts that came with some of the stuff. And then I'll have to figure out what we need to do to get around our axle mount, and then to get up and over this, and depending on how much we want to notch that, then eventually get up to here, which as it sits right now, this pretty much clears everything. I just want to get it, we need to get it back some more to get our holes in a different spot, and then yeah, and we're gonna move it back some. So I think that's gonna be it for today.